Hello everyone, welcome to day 8 of ServiceNow Fundamental series. In last video, we have covered UI actions. Before checking this video, please go through that UI action. That is also fundamental and important topic which needs to be covered before checking for other server-side scripting. So today I'll be deep dive into business rules. The one of the most powerful server-side customization tool in ServiceNow. Business rules allow administrators and developers to enforce logic at the database level, ensuring that rules are applied regardless of how data enters the system. Today, we're going to cover 4 types of business rules, that is, before, after, async, display, and we are going to understand the operations they work with, like insert, update, delete, query, and build practical real world examples for each type. So let's get into the topic. What is business rule? A business rule is a server-side customization in ServiceNow that automatically runs when a record is inserted, updated, deleted, or queried in a table. Unlike UI policies and client scripts, the like I mean, we know, right? These two runs in the browser. That means client side. Business rules run on the application server, making them more reliable for data integrity because they cannot be bypassed by the browser or disabled through client side manipulations. The table where all business rules are stored in ServiceNow is called sys underscore script. So again, you can see the definition. The business rule is a server-side logic that automatically executes when a record is read, created, updated, or deleted in ServiceNow table, enforcing rules at the database level. And the system table is sys underscore script. So let me open that. Sys underscore script dot list. So this is the table where all the business rules of all the different tables are stored. Okay, so again, when do business rules run? Business rules have 2 configuration dimensions. So let me open one. I'll be duplicating this tab so that when I click new, we have 2 configuration dimensions, that is when, which phase of database, operation, and operation, like what type of database triggers the rule. These 2 settings work together to precisely control when a business rule executes. So this is what I'm talking about. If I click yes, advanced, if you see here, these are the 4 types we are going to talk today. When, before, after, async, display. And if you see this right column, we have these operations, like what type of database action triggers the rule. So the 4 types are like we are going to see in this when to run section or when to run this tab. You can see this when, right? Before, after, async, and display. So let's first check for this before. Before business rule runs before a record is committed to the database. This means if the rule finds a problem or a condition that must be blocked, the record is never saved. Before rules are ideal for validation, checking that mandatory conditions are met before allowing an insert or update or delete to proceed. basically use case, we can, like, as an example, preventing an incident from being submitted if its category is network and subcategory is wireless, but the assignment group is not the network team. Okay. No worries, like we'll have that hands-on after discussing every type of business rule. Okay. So after business rule, and after business rule runs after a record has been committed to the database. That means the data is already saved. The after rule performs additional actions in response to that save. Common uses include displaying confirmation messages, updating related records, or triggering follow-on, like follow-up workflows, notifications, anything. So the real world use case, to give an example, is after a new incident is created, display a message to the user saying your incident has been created successfully. So this use case works in after business rule. Let's go discuss about the async business rule. Async business rule, in the name itself we have this asynchronous business rule, also runs after a database operation, but it runs in the background independently of the user's current session. The user does not wait for it and does not see immediate output from it. Async rules are used for operations like generating events, sending notifications, updating dashboards, or performing heavy computation that should not block the user interface. So, here, for example, maybe when a priority one incident is created, trigger an event in the background that sends email notifications to the on-call team or the assignment group team, anything. Okay. And if I go for display again. So display business rule runs when a record is being loaded for display in the form view. Before the user sees the form, display rules are used to prepare data or messages that should appear when a form opens, but that do not require any database operation to be in progress. For example, when an incident form is opened, okay, display a welcome message saying welcome to the incident form, or uh, welcome to this incident. So for those type, there is, I mean, we do not require any database operation to be in progress. Okay. So now let's discuss about these operations. So this incident, update, delete, query operations. So the operation setting defines which database action triggers the business rule. It works in combination. For example, when we select this before business rule, after business rule, async business rule, here we have to select the operation. So these two works, I mean, it works in a combination with the when setting. So this is what I'm talking about, this when setting. For example, if I check this before insert or before update, or after insert or after update, okay, available options are insert, like record is being created, update means record is being modified, again delete is record is being removed, and query is table is being read or searched. Okay, these are the operation types. So let's go and make our hands dirty. So I'm starting with hands-on examples. Just we'll go one by one. So I'm going with before insert. Okay, and here we are going to do block incorrect assignment group. Okay, this business rule prevents a user from submitting a new incident if the category is network and subcategory is wireless, but the assignment group is not the network team. It enforces correct routing at the point of creation itself. Okay, so I'm creating here before insert, and I'm giving the name network wireless assignment something. Okay, table I'm selecting as incident. I'm setting when to run as when to before. Okay, and operation as insert. In the filter condition, here this is the filter condition, I am adding category is network. Okay, and subcategory is this one, wireless, and assignment group is not network. I'm giving, and in the actions tab I'm selecting this add message. In that message I'm just giving like you must assign this ticket to the network group when category is network and subcategories wireless. Okay, we just gave this, let me save. Meanwhile it saves, I'm opening the incident table and click new. If I select category as network, subcategory as wireless, and I'm just selecting assignment group as application development. Okay, and I'm clicking on save. If you see, it is giving you must assign this ticket to the network team when the category is network and subcategory is wireless. Right, it is giving that error message. I'm going to next like use case. before update. I'm setting like auto set state to in progress when work notes is added. Okay. I'm updating the same thing, like same business tool. You can do in different business rules as well. Okay. So our use case is to set the auto set the state to in progress when work notes is added. So this rule ensures that whenever an agent or any analyst adds work notes to an incident, the state automatically changes to in progress, even if the agent forgets to manually update the state field. So here I'm going with before update. Changing the name. I'm changing that to business tool demo. Better. Okay. So in the condition section, here I'm giving work notes. Okay. Changes. So here we are using the changes operator in the field. Okay. I'm again going to this actions tab. Here I'm setting the field name, directly the state. To in progress. I'm removing this. In our previous example, sorry to say that we have to click this about action. Okay, so then only that form will not be saved. Okay, for the I'll show that example once again after this. Just follow this now. So we have added the actions and I'm clicking on save. So let me refresh this form and let's see in the notes section if I add test BR. Okay, and I'm clicking this post. You can see here, right? The state is updated to in progress, right? So I'm going back to the first version. Okay. Here I forgot to click this about action, and once I save this, and you remember the use case, right? So when I open a new form, okay, I have given the this thing mandatory fields. Okay, along with that our conditions are if category is network, if subcategory is wireless, and assignment group is not network, we have to give. It should not allow us to save the form. It should give that error. You can see invalid insert, and you must assign this ticket to the network group when category is network and subcategory is wireless. For example, if I change this to network, okay, and again click save, now the incident record will be inserted without giving any error message, right? So that means it is aborting the action. Why it is aborting the action? I mean, why it is stopping the action? Because these conditions are not satisfied. It is giving network, we have given network and subcategory is wireless. But if assignment group is not network, other than network, that form will not be saved. So I'm going with the third example. So let me create new one only. Okay. If I click new, here I'm going to demonstrate for after insert. Okay, I'm just here after insert it should show just the confirmation message. Okay, I'm just giving confirmation message where it should display on incident, right? I'm clicking advanced so that it will show the operations. I'm going with after insert. Okay, so this rule displays a simple confirmation message to the user immediately after a new incident is created, like successfully created and saved to the database. Here I'm nothing I'm giving, just after insert condition we are checking, right? So in the actions tab, I'm just adding a message that like you have or your incident has been created successfully. Save this, and meanwhile it saves, I'm opening a new form. Oh, sorry. Let me here. Okay, I have opened the new form. Okay, I have given this thing and test br. Okay, once I save, it should give us that message. You can see your incident has been created successfully. So this is the after insert business rule example where it is just displaying a simple confirmation message to the user immediately after a new incident is successfully created and this incident is successfully saved to the database. So let's go with one more example, like one more hands-on example on after update. Okay, click new. So here our use case is that after creating this rule, automatically updates the description field to read waiting for user reply whenever the incident state is changed to on hold, ensuring consistent communication without requiring agents to type it manually. So here description on hold. Okay, you can give whatever the name relevant to you. Okay, I'm giving and selecting advanced, and when to run will be the after update. Okay, so I'm here giving the condition as when we need this to be applied, when state changes to, okay, changes to on hold. Whenever the incident form state changes to on hold, this business rule will trigger. Okay, now I'm moving to advanced section in the script section. Okay, in the script section we have to add just 2 lines of script. What we are telling, current dot set workflow to false, current dot update. So why I'm writing this 2 lines of code means this prevents infinite loops and commits the field update. So I'm just writing here, this prevents the infinite loops and commits the field update. Okay, in the again go back to this action section. Here we are setting the fields, right? In the description we are setting, right? So description to just write waiting for user reply. Okay, and just save. So here I have shown you these 2 methods, set workflow and current dot update. So this set workflow false usually is a method which prevents the infinite loops. For example, along with this business rule there must be one more business rule or some other business rule or some other updations was happening. So to stop them, like unnecessary uh, execution of that business rules, we are setting current dot set workflow to false, which prevents the infinite loops, and we are adding current dot update method which commits the field update. Okay, so I'm going to this incident. If I change the state to on hold, here I have to give the like on hold reason. Okay, click save. Oh sorry, I have to give this test. So fill whatever the mandatory things, and if you see in the description thing, whatever we have written, that it was populated here waiting for user reply. So this was automatically populated with waiting for user reply, which we have given in the business rule. So I'm going with last example or use case. Okay, so now we are going with display business rule. So it's a simple example I'm going to give, but I'll be covering so many use cases on each type of business rule in further classes. I'm just giving welcome message something and give the table as incident. Okay, by select advanced, and when we select this display we don't need any operations like insert, update and these all, because this will not go and search for or check for server side. Okay, no operation option appear because these display rules don't need them. Okay, so in the actions section, again click on add message. Just give welcome to the incident form. Check with okay. I'm just saving this. So see clearly, I'm just opening new form. It should show the welcome message. You can see this, right? So navigating to an existing incident, the message appears again each time the form loads. For example, if I go back, see, still because we haven't added any condition, right? So this welcome to the incident will be, I mean, on every form load, it will. So I'm just crossing this. And if I reload this, it will show welcome to the incident form because we haven't given any condition. And it is whenever you open the form or even whenever you create new form, new incident form, this message appears again each time the form loads. So yeah, today takeaways, we have covered business rules at server side, and they run on the application server and cannot be bypassed by the browser. We have seen that, right? There are four types: before, after, async, and display. And we also seen the operations, right? This insert, update, delete, and query. Business rules can be condition based. That means like no code needed, or script based for advanced scenarios. For the ServiceNow administrator exam, focus on understanding when each type runs and what use cases they solve, not on writing complex scripts. Okay, so in next video we are going to cover client scripts, the client side counterpart to business rules. That is the reason I have not covered the client scripts in previous videos. Okay, so I'll be walk you through four types of client scripts: on load, on submit, on change, and on cell edit, building practical examples for each type again and showing exactly when each executes in the browser. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.